Yo, what up? So, Jordan, hey, welcome to Bomb Nutrition, episode 2. Bomb Nutrition is all about helping high school athletes lose weight, increase their performance, and achieve more success. All right, so today I have on my cousin, Jordan.
Yep.
He played for La Quinta High School basketball for how many years?
All 4 years.
All 4 years, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in the OC, you probably noticed this guy balling up at 24 Mile Square. He's everywhere, man.
Everywhere, yep. Pretty
You
much.
know him as a baller. All right. So the reason I want to bring you on here because, well, there's a few reasons. All right. I know you work at a exercise physiology lab.
Yeah.
Right. So and you help people.
More of a sports rehab place.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do there?
So what I do, I come in and I work with high school football athletes, volleyball athletes, and really I'm just there to teach them how to just become better performance-wise and decrease injuries. So that's what I'm really there for. Yep.
Okay. Increase performance and
Decrease injury.
decrease injury. Okay.
Yeah.
So is that like, do you work in mobility and stuff?
Yeah, we work with mobilities. We work with a stance, just making sure that their backs are straight. Making sure their alignment, they're straight,
posture.
their posture is good, and yeah.
Okay. And another thing too is that, man, Jordan really got like a successful mindset. All right, so we're gonna talk about that too. But first of all, let's get into like this increasing performance.
Mhm.
What type of athletes come to the physiology?
So I mean, we have anywhere from middle school athletes, high school, college, and we actually have a few NFL combine players that are coming in.
Yeah.
So we're really prepping them for the NFL draft combine. Just making sure that they're coming in swole, coming in strong, coming in just in great shape, and just prepping them for the NFL season that's coming up for them.
So how would you do that?
So what we do is we have a mesocycle, and that's basically like a workout plan, an 8-week workout program for these athletes. These athletes, they're in and they're out, so we don't get to keep them for a very long time. So while the time they're there, we're on it. We're working mostly through like supersets and stuff like that. And I mean, we just look at their techniques, whether it's their running technique, their jumping technique, whatever we can do to improve their, mobilities, and making sure that they learn how these techniques work, so we can decrease and minimize their injuries. And we let them know that, yeah.
How would you? Can you give me an example of like what workouts you would do?
So workout where I'm working with a college athlete right now, a college football player, and he had a so he would run, but I guess he's a little uncoordinated, right? So he would run, and it was really weird to all of us. So he would run, and he would have his left arm come up and his left leg come up at the same time. So we're like, that's not the right technique. We gotta get you to boom, opposite leg and opposite arm while you're running, and it's, everyone is kind of different. So, I guess that's just a habit of his. And we're just really working with him, making sure, his technique is right with the running, because that's really kind of like slowing him down,
Yeah.
So that's.
Okay. How would like a high school athlete use what you do? How would they do this at home or something?
Do this at home?
Yeah, or would they be able to?
Yeah, I mean, whatever we do at the center, they could easily go out to the field on their own and use whatever they learned at the place and just do it on their own. Whatever workouts we do, whatever feedback we might give them, they could keep that in mind, and just go home and just kind of like, all right, like focus on like, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing, so I gotta just,
Okay. What are like the basics that you teach kind of everyone?
The basics of what I teach everyone?
Or is it kind of different for certain sports?
It really depends on, what the player, because every player is different. Every player, we're trying to see what they need, what their needs are. So we're just really focused on, what that player, what we're trying to improve on, really, what we're focused on.
Okay, cool. Dude, I know like you're super you're good at basketball. Okay, well, I mean, I remember we're really young. We played basketball.
We played basketball together, man. Walk out to Miles Square Park, come home. Dude, yeah. T-Mac, Kobe.
Oh yeah, for real. I remember that. And then, I kind of stopped playing with you, and I see you play again, and dude, you kind of like got crazy good. Like I'm just like, dude, this guy's balling. How did you kind of improve?
Dude, honestly, when you're passionate about something, no matter what it is, like if you're passionate about it and you just enjoy doing it, you know. So I would go out and practice and just shoot just because I enjoyed it. You know, I didn't really need anyone to tell me, hey, go get better at shooting. Hey, go get better at basketball. I did it like not even with the intention of getting better, but just having fun. And you know, along the journey, you know, obviously the more you do something, the better you get at it.
Yeah, totally.
And so, you know, not with just basketball, but with anything. If you're having fun, you're just gonna get better.
Exactly.
At it.
Do you watch YouTube videos and get like tips for shooting and stuff?
You know what? Ever since probably like elementary, like 5th grade, I was on YouTube just studying players and how they play. You know, Allen Iverson. You know, I learned how to crossover from him. You know, Kobe Bryant, how his jump shots, how his fadeaways are. You know, how his footwork is. And I look at all those little things and I kind of just combine like what I like from each player. And I would just go out and I would practice it. I would practice.
So yeah, that's a good little advice there. You look at the best.
I look at the best.
You look at the best and you try to model what they do.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason why they're the best. So you want to model what the best does and apply it to your own sport.
Exactly.
All right, it's getting a little dark, dude. And another thing I see about Jordan too, and I think like another thing I see about you is like how the mindset shift. You know, with like just really. I remember you told me the story how you just looked up on YouTube how to make $1 million or something.
Oh yeah.
And then that just like you just started kind of downloading different information to your brain. Like tell me about that.
So I mean, dude, one night I was just curious. You know, I was like, hey, you know, I really want to learn how to make $1 million. So you know, what do? I go on YouTube. I searched up, you know, how do I make $1 million? And I was watching this guy talk. It was a TED talk, and he was just talking about entrepreneurship, and this was something new to me. I've heard the word entrepreneur before, but I never really knew what it meant.
Yeah, like I remember hearing that entrepreneurship word on like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to make money? Oh, he's an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was so curious. I was like, what is this entrepreneurship? Like, you know, he was saying, well, you can't really become a millionaire working at a job. You can't really become a millionaire, you know, just being a doctor and this and that, you know? So I was like, this is really interesting. So ever since I watched that TED Talk, you know, I started Googling, I started reading every article, what is this entrepreneurship? And it just gave me a different mindset that every day you should be growing, you should be reading a book, you should be learning something, you should be helping someone. You know, the more you give, the more you get.
Exactly.
And so like that, I was just like, whoa, like what is this, you know?
Yeah, I want to get back to how you said you can't get rich with a job because you read the Millionaire Fastlane.
Good. Yeah, I've read plenty of.
Yeah, Millionaire Fastlane. It tells you that a job you can never get rich from a job because you're trading your time for money.
Yeah.
And we only have a limited amount of time. So if you really want to make the big bucks, you have to separate that where you're not trading your time for money.
You have to trade results for money. You want to get paid for your results, not for your time.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone's time is worth $10 an hour, $12.
Exactly.
There's no price point, you know? Like, someone can't tell me that I am worth $10 for my hour.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
And I actually, you know, experienced my first job. I worked at a boba shop, you know? And I was getting paid $8 an hour. And I thought about it, you know, like after taxes, I could barely afford like one combo meal at Jack in the Box after an hour's worth of my time. And I busted my ass during that hour. They were on me, you know? And I was like, what is this? You know, they wouldn't even let me go home till like 3 a.m., whatever. And I had school the next day. I was like, you know what? Like, this isn't worth it. And so for a long time, I stopped working. And I was like, yeah, I don't really, job, I don't know. I don't really like that.
Another thing that's really interesting is like, out of nowhere, I heard you, but you just take action, man. You just like, you tell me, hey, I made 2,000 selling jerseys. I'm like, what the hell? How do you do that? You know? So I see like you're out there, you know, you're really trying to do it, taking action. And although like we might not be there yet, it's like you're on that path, man. You know, we're on that path. It's like that's one big awareness I want for. That's something I wish I really told myself back then too. You know, get that information early.
Dude, you know what? It's a blessing because like we know at such a young age. Although you know, although like we wish we'd have known this like you know a couple years back. It's like, dude, we're still young. Even though we feel like we have a limited time, like it's getting late. Dude, we're still in our early 20s. You know, like
exactly.
You know, and we're focused like now instead of you know going out every single weekend or whatever. We're at home. We're you know reading, studying, whatever it is to make us a better individual.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. So at the end of the show, I usually ask 2 questions. First one, if you're in front of a group of high schoolers, all right, what's the one advice or a few big advice that you would tell them with all your experience now? You're what, 22?
I'm 22. So what would I tell a group of high school audience?
Yeah, like anything. You know?
Anything.
I
would honestly say, you know what, believe in yourself, because you know when you're in high school, you're transitioning. You're not really sure. You know, you need like people telling you like, hey, you know, you're still at that age where you need people to tell you that, hey, you're good at something. Hey, you're not good at something. Do this, do that. You know, I think you should just really believe in yourself. If you think you're good at basketball, then you're good at basketball. Do everything you can to be good at basketball, and same with anything else. Just really believe in yourself.
That's huge. Seriously, all of the people I studied, the millionaires and stuff, all of them say that. Like, you have to. Like, this is like it's crucial. You have to believe in yourself because that's where like the starting point comes from.
Yeah.
You know,
you have to be really confident in yourself. Like I read a little bit of something about Muhammad Ali. You know, he told the world that he was the best before he even knew he was, you know? He was telling people he was the greatest before he knew he was. So.
Another thing too, Kobe, when he was a rookie in the NBA, like all the older guys he was telling the older guys like, oh, I'm gonna be the best in the NBA. I'm gonna be the best player ever.
Yeah, Kobe as a rookie. Have you watched his footage? He was like the cockiest player. Like he acted like he was better than everyone else. Yeah,
it's like it's that belief that it gets you to practice more than anyone else. Because hey, I'm the best. We're the best dude. They practice more than anyone else. You know, it's just it starts that action.
Exactly, because thoughts turn into action. You are what you believe.
Yeah. All right. Another thing, what would be looking back in your high school, you know, life? What would be your biggest regret?
My biggest regret would have to be, I would have to say like communication. You know, I wish I would have communicated with my coaches more, developing relationships with, you know, better relationships with, you know, either teammates or mostly my coach. Oh, yeah. I wish I would have developed a stronger trust relationship with my coach. Well, we loved each other. I mean, we understood each other, you know, but I don't think that we were ever like really on the same page. Like I never really came to him and told him like, hey, like this is something you could do that would make me a better player, you know, like help me perform better.
See, yeah. It's got at a young age you don't realize that, dude, all these teachers, all the coaches, they're just like you. They're people.
Yeah.
You know, they're just people. It's not like a big like, yeah, there is, you know, age and all that, but in the end, man, you're both just people. Like they're just living life too. Like,
and they're here to help you.
Yeah, they're here to help you, man.
Yep.
All right, dude. Hey, thanks for this, Jordan.
Thank you.
We'll have you back, of course. All right.
Thank you.
Peace out. Thank you, guys.